I keep seeing spreadsheet warriors saying that Hutch and Hugs aren't comparable, that Hutch is way worse in every single way and Hugs will always beat it. Yet, I don't think they actually play the game. That's my guess, because Hugs is good. Sometimes. Hutch is good a lot of times. But Hutch requires more effort, and I guess folks don't like that. So today we're going to go ahead and test to see which one is better, which it won't be a perfect test because we're not in a vacuum. Things change, things happen. I'll try and do my best to have a replicatable run. And we'll go ahead and start with... You know what? I'll use Mark for consistency because focus can be finicky. So I'm using Nightfall, I suppose. I just probably put my earbuds in to actually hear what's going on. You can see my talents if you want. I'm going to be throwing a pipe bomb to activate bleed, momentum, and because it's Nightfall, I need this ring. Which I'll keep the exact same build for the most part when using Hutch with Nightfall. My goal is to use Nightfall with Hutch and Hugs, Crescent Moon, Black Maw, and maybe a shotgun. Probably Spore Bloom, just for funsies. So we have 4 different weapons to test, and they all have different functionalities. And they will get affected by these builds in different ways, which I'll probably explain when it happens or after it happens. Let's go ahead and get down to business. Consume that, walk inside, I have to do Gunslinger in my thing. First throw this, Gunslinger. I'm using the Akari Warband, so I have to dodge. Love dodging. Well, I had a really good DPS uptime, and now it's just kind of falling off a little bit. I did forget to reapply bleed though, so you know what? I'll keep that consistent. So you have 20 seconds to do big things. The moment those 20 seconds are over, Gunslinger falls flat on his face. Okay, so far, same exact setup. Gonna throw 1 bleed. Hope I don't forget that. Already off to doing some insane damage, no? We're getting up by the game. Like, the damage is crazy, bro. We're seeing this, right? Like, the damage is crazy. There is RNG involved in the sense of maybe I got more crits than I got with Gunslinger or vice versa, right? But the thing with Hutch, it is absurd damage. I think people don't recognize how it actually works. My camera's blocking it. Like I said, bro, struggles. All right, out here, try my best. So you enter heightened state, gaining 15% fire rate, 20% reload speed, and 10% movement speed lasting 10 seconds. I believe that's just a stack. So that will last up until you get 10 stacks. That is a persistent buff. And the entire time, I do believe you're getting more damage as you get more stacks. That seems insane. Not to mention, you get up to 10% crit if you're kind of close to the monster. Now, range in this game, I don't know exactly how the range, like the meters work and how far things are away, but that seems pretty good. 35% damage, 10% crit chance. Now, moving on to, let's say, the Black Maw. We'll do Black Maw. I am going to go ahead and swap this back to, let's say, Probability Cord. Okay. Pop that. Walk inside. Like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not positive. This is with no bleed active. So that was pretty consistent. Although I think the first round was definitely better because I didn't have to dodge as much. Now we're trying Hugs with the Black Maw. Why bleed from Narnia? How'd that not activate? Crazy. Wait, did I lose damage there too? I'm not confused. I think I just lost damage. What? Corrosive rounds and hot shot are pretty good because they're really easy to use. But when they make you do less damage, it's a little counterintuitive, no? Yeah, I went from like 720 to freaking 440. Okay, we are already out of Gunslinger buff. My aim could be a bit better. I won't deny that. But at the same time, Challenger would have already smoked this thing. Not to mention, we're getting eerily close to having no ammunition. Even swapped to make it so I didn't have to waste too much of my ammunition on the ads. Okay, I'd probably kill it with those last 6 bullets, but that's very close to not killing the monster, even with the ammo reserves that you get with Gunslinger. Alright, I'm gonna use Spore Bloom, I think. For Spore Bloom, I'm swapping Hunter's Focus, and probably for Crescent Moon. For Crescent Moon, maybe not.
Here they come.
Yeah, see? Already out. Ow. That was kind of brutal. You only have 20 seconds. And when it comes to reloading guns, during those 20 seconds, you're losing a ton of damage uptime, a ton of DPS. See, Hunter's Focus is like brutal. You have to sit there and channel it. And voila. One more shot's dead. I'm also one shot from being dead as well, as we just saw. Now when it comes to Crescent Moon, it'll be a bit different probably. We'll see. I'll be using Farron's Sigil for both. And I think that for Challenger, you do need more attack speed. We're already out of freaking juice. Now this is molasses. Worked out though. I can kill it. That's the problem, bro. The problem I'm trying to hammer home with Hugs builds, you only have 20 seconds to do damage. And the only exception to that is if you're using Devoured Loop. If you're using Devoured Loop, you're banking on so much RNG, it is hilarious. And you probably have to be using things like Nebula and the modifier there for more crit hits to try and get more procs for your Devoured Loop. It's not ideal. Like, that's not consistent. And as far as actually playing the game goes, Huch is better for most weapons. It just is. It takes more effort, a lot of cases, but that's besides the point. The point is, it does more damage. It's stronger DPS. It's higher damage output. Maybe not DPS, actually. I think Hugs may have more DPS, but for 20 seconds, on Apocalyptic, fights that have Hardy, for instance. This fight doesn't even have Hardy. If it had Hardy, Huch does even better because it has more sustain. So all I'm saying is all these spreadsheet warriors have to come to grips with the fact that playing the game is so much different than just putting numbers in a spreadsheet.